What is up? Good morning, Mark.
Good morning. Morning indeed.
Yes. Dude, we're one of two fantasy football shows that are up right now. Them Destination Devi guys are up all the time. They record early. I saw it. I looked right now. I'm like, they're up. I'm like, all right, all right. We're not the only crazy ones. We're off to a great start, guys. Uh, Look, today we're talking about Tampa Bay. Mark having a bit of an issue. So if you're new to us, Mark's upgrading on his uh his laptop. Oh crap, there it goes. Well, I'm here in a bit, but today we're doing Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So we're doing a little bit of that. So in their first year under Todd Bowles, basically, essentially, it's like they went 8-9, so not bad. Under new head coach. Bucks won the NFC title last year despite going that record. Then they were basically blown out by the Cowboys. So it was basically it was disgusting. It was like 24-0, so eventually losing. And that was it for Tom Brady, right? So following out of after that, Tom Brady retiring, incoming Baker Mayfield as free agency offseason to compete with Kyle Trask, who they drafted last year in the second round, which was to me kind of surprising how high they went with him. So that was that. So here we have Kyle Trask and Baker Mayfield in the quarterback room. Um, I would imagine that Baker comes out on top of this. I can't really imagine Trask being the guy. I mean, unless they think he's better than him. So I don't know. We haven't seen much of him except outside the preseason, so it should be interesting. What's up, Teo? Holy crap! Good morning. Did Mark just exit? I
I
don't know.
wish.
Is it the same issue?
Yeah, my screen went black.
Okay, yeah. It looks so aggressive when he closes it, Teo. So that's probably what it was. So he just
Well, no, that time I tried to do it nice and slow. I was trying to not be angry, Mark. Not like the other day. Whoa, boo.
yeah, that shit was ridiculous. So, um, but yeah, no, I'm like, well, I'll move on. I'm sure he'll come back on. So anyways, the Bucks quarterback room obviously definitely is going to change. Um, they have a new offense coordinator, Dave Canales, and then who basically replaced Brian Leftwich, who was fired last season, which was kind of a big surprise as well because I thought they kind of liked him. So they let him go. So now intern Dave Canales, and then Tampa Bay's offensive line is kind of also in a weird spot where they're just getting injured last year, and uh, it's they didn't really reach for offensive line except for in the second round, who I liked, who was one of my favorites. So yeah, I don't know. And then in the release of Fournette, also they try Pat, kind of helped out, but then the second year Rashad White should be expected to take over him. So I don't know. Things are kind of weird in a weird sense that I just like. I hope they figure it out because they're in the prime position to rebuild themselves as for the rest of the division. Like I would say the entire division is kind of in a low key rebuild mode,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Something like that. Would you
I
agree
agree.
with that, or
I
just kind of
agree.
like,
I mean, some are a little further in the rebuilds than others, but I mean, I feel like every team in the division has issues somewhere. So,
hmm I mean, it's I don't know. But what's up, guys? Save the flavor. What's up? Not using your Twitch, I see.
yeah, no, I was just noticing that too.
I hear they will have a legit quarterback competition. Yeah. So neither Baker nor Trask is getting a hand to the starter. Yeah. I would imagine it's going to be Baker, though. So, what's wrong with your green screen? My green screen? I don't have my top light on. Yeah. I don't have my top. Usually I have the ceiling fan on. Top light. I don't have it on today. So it's Everything's a little weird today. Mark's computer
Yeah,
taking a dump.
It's a good start. Great show so far. Go Bucks.
Yeah, it is what it is. We're rolling with it. We're rolling with it. So yeah. So they had the 19th overall pick, right? So let's put that up. Mark, go ahead and list this freaking long list of players that they just brought in, basically. So,
all right.
Or do you need me to?
No, I got it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players.
Yeah, 9 players.
Not
And what's
too
crazy
bad.
is none of them were in the 7th.
Yeah, they had 3 in the 6th and 2 in the 5th.
Yeah.
And then number 19, they got Kalijah Cansey, defensive tackle out of Pittsburgh. He's being dubbed as the next Aaron Donald, so that could be a good pickup. And then you already kind of touched base with their 48th pick, which was Cody Mock, offensive tackle, North Dakota State.
Yeah.
And then you got number 82 was Yaya DeBaby? Diaby
or something like that. Yeah, it's not the baby.
I like the baby, all right? I called him that during the draft.
It's not a rapper. Get out of
Defensive
here.
end, Louisville. I liked it. That's what I called him during the draft. Me and Braden were cracking up when I said that. And then you got, oh my God, number 153 is
Servace Dennis, linebacker out of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Yeah.
171 is Payne Durham, tight end, Purdue. 181 is Josh Hayes, corner out of Kansas State. 191 was Trey Palmer, wide receiver out of Nebraska. And then at 196, they got Jose Ramirez, linebacker out of Eastern Michigan.
Yeah, so pretty interesting. Despite of what their O-line was. By the way, guys, thank you for coming in, man. It's early for these guys. I know this is not our time. Like, these guys are usually here all the time, but it's not the original time. So, so yeah. The line, Tristan Wirfs, Matt Filer, Ryan Jensen, Cody Mock, and Luke Goddard. It's what hurt them was those injuries, like I mentioned. It's just like they couldn't stay healthy, and then Brady was back there scrambling or throwing quick throws, so it sucked. Yeah, let's go. Oh man, the baby. Jesus. So, but no. So yeah. It's sticking, man. Way to go, Mark. Jesus. If this guy has a good freaking season, you know that he's gonna end up being a segment on our freaking show.
He needs to be.
The baby. Get the hell out of here, bro. Gosh. Stupid. So this whole line is, just needs to stay healthy, really. Because otherwise, Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask aren't going to be able to put up what Brady did. Like, there's no way. They don't meet the same level of talent that Brady did, despite him being freaking 45. It doesn't even matter. So, yep, we're all waiting for it now. All waiting for the rap album. We'll see when it comes out, man. But, so... Kate Otten as their tight end, and Coach Keith, and then Payne was all their tight end room, so it should be interesting to see what they utilize out of their tight ends in order to help out this line, because otherwise Rachaad White, Chase Edmonds, Keyshawn Vaughn are going to be a triple back trio, and then Sean Tucker, who they managed to freaking sign because he went undrafted, which many of us thought he was going to get drafted at least in the 6th round, and that didn't happen. So I don't know. Yeah, even Brian mentioned the baby or not the baby. Can't wait.
It's awesome. I like it.
Oh,
the
Good morning,
baby.
guys. Good morning. Starting off strong, Mark. Jesus. All right, so these are rookies for you. Not bad. And we can't even see the last one we covered. Did you put the schedule? Yeah. It's fine. Jose Ramirez,
Yeah.
so it's all good. Other, let's put the roster up because I'm kind of already basically jumping into it already. So
Yeah, you kind of were, but it's all good.
yeah. So as
It's
I
our
mentioned before,
official transition.
yeah, I didn't. Whatever.
That's good.
Okay. So Rashad White, like I said, Chase Edmonds and Keyshawn Vaughn. 1, 2, 3, and then Patrick Laird still there, or we say Patrick Laird, right? My bad. But
Says I don't know why, but I think Mike Evans might be leaving next year. I mean, maybe.
Yeah,
it's possible.
I would say that's kind of the thing right now. Everyone's kind of expecting that. I just can't imagine him being there. Like honestly, if they were smart, they would have just traded him or something by now. Like why not? Let me see where they're at on cap though, because I don't think they're doing so hot. I think they might be the brokest team in the NFL right now due to all the signings they had to do. Yeah, they're not doing so hot. They're all at 400,000. 400,000 is their cap space. That is insane. Mike
good luck
Evans'
with that.
contract. Say what?
That's a good luck.
Yeah.
Managing injuries with that much money.
Yeah, they're going to be struggling. So they could get rid of him next year. There won't be like a hardcore base salary by next year, anything guaranteed. It's all voided out. So we might be looking at him jumping ship.
The good news is going into next off season, Tom Brady's contract comes off the book. So
that's also correct. So
I
don't know. We'll see what they do because money wise, they are screwed, bro. They are so screwed money wise. Hey, you want to come work for the Tampa Bay Bucks? I'll give you $100 a game.
Yeah,
because that's all I can get you. Like it's just no. They're beyond broke right now. We'll see how it goes, but good luck to them. So yeah. Besides outside of Mike Evans, we got Russell Gage, Chris Godwin, and Trey Palmer, and that's pretty much like who I would mention as their main key weapons. Of course, they got Kalen Green and Devin Tompkins, but I mean, that's not going to be the main focal point here because of those four that are going to be stepping in anyways. Trey Palmer is interesting to me, though. I think he'd be a very good asset here. I think I don't know if Russell Gage will be able if Russell Gage can still handle his workload, then yeah. But I would imagine Trey Palmer comes in there and it makes an immediate impact to this offense, despite him being a rookie and all. So I forgot his measurables, but he's from what I remember, he's not that. Yeah, he's 6 foot. Yeah,
6'1".
Yeah, so I would imagine he would make a good impact right away. So
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, anything on this offense before we go to defense?
I mean, I'm a little shocked that outside of Chase Edmonds, they didn't get anything else at the running back position.
They couldn't afford it.
I'm talking like through the draft and stuff. I mean, I know they have, Rashad White, but
that's true. I mean, for the longest time, I thought we were gonna see Bijan go in there. Like I kept saying that Bijan would land to them because I don't think that the Falcons were gonna pick him at 8.
Yeah, I know.
Like that was just like okay, good, I guess, but you don't need him. But
right.
And I'm just speaking as the entire NFL standpoint. Like that's probably what they thought. As for the Falcons, they we're all happy. I guess we got the best running back in the league for like good 4 or 5 years. So whatever. But as for the Bucs, yeah, no, they didn't even go after because Gibbs was gone before they even got to their pick too, right?
Yeah, Gibbs went on the 12th pick.
their best available running back wasn't a first round talent.
Nope.
So yeah, man, I see why they were in a weird situation.
Yeah.
That is just not think about that because they were at the 19th
Yeah.
or the 18th pick. So it's like, yeah. Huh. Um let's see, I think they cleaning house next year's fire self to rebuild. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, and that's the
probably.
thing. That's the thing. This entire division is in that spot to rebuild. Like all four teams in that division are like in a weird rebuilding process. I would say that the Falcons made the immediate biggest impact because they fixed that defense. Like books wise, it looks good. We just need to see if it actually does and transitions anything into the morning or into the not wow, I don't say into the field like what they do during the season. So I don't know. It's weird. It's weird because I can't imagine the Panthers being that great right off the bat either, and the Saints. Their defense is just the only thing keeping them up.
Yeah, and they'll, like I said, they'll go as Derek Carr goes. So
Yeah, they're all aging over there too. So
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. But moving on, moving on.
Moving on to the defense.
So defense, obviously, Kalijah Candy's going to make his big impact right next to Vita Vea and Greg Gaines. So I have a 3-4.
I have a 3-4 as well.
Okay.
And I'm digging the position they put Kalijah Kancey in.
Yes.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is.
Like
It
it.
should be a really good position for him.
Mhm.
Kalijah Cancy there. Joe Tryan's probably going to be more than likely an edge as well. I would imagine. You still got Shaq Barrett, who probably also plays the end as well.
Yep.
So, yeah. So I don't know.
Don't forget about Yaya the baby right there.
Yeah, and then you got Yaya. Jesus, man, I hate you so much. Yeah, losing Brady, Fournette, and lost defensive pieces gutted their team. But between the solid receivers and rookie help, they will give the rest of the South a good run division. Yeah, I mean this division is going to be interesting to see, only because like we see that they're all either broken in certain pieces of their, both sides of the ball really, and then or they Jesus man, that is like the fifth yawn, bro.
I know. It's great.
Are you okay?
I'm good. I'm good.
Shit. So Shaq Bear's coming off a torn Achilles. Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah, I have him as injury on my depth chart.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a lot of Joe Tryon. I expect Joe Tryon to actually step it up, to be honest. So I don't know. It's we'll see. And then they got KJ Britt from last year as well. So or was it? Yeah, it was 2 years ago actually. So I don't know. Ryan Neal, Jamal Dean, Antoine Winfield, Carlton Davis, and D. Delani. So look. I on paper this looks okay, especially their front seven. It looks really good. The DB room is like, okay, all right, a little questionable.
Antoine
I'm sure
Winfield's a beast, though.
he is. But it's just like, how confident do I feel in this defense to keep up with, even with the rest of the division? I'm feeling like maybe like a 7 out of 10. Like it's not like great, but it's also I just because all right. So recently, Devin White. I don't know if you guys actually saw this post or not. The reason I say that is Devin White had this weird post that I saw. It basically looked like he's on his way out. Like he put 4 years. You know, um, it was just like a weird kind of like, well, what are you doing here? you trying to say something that you're leaving? Are you done with it? And it was like, oh yeah, it's been real, like, thanks or whatever kind of thing. And then it was like, are you leaving? Because for him, it's like, you need to step it up. You're going to be the leader of this defense. Like, you really are.
Right.
So, I guess when training camp comes up, that he's going to have to be the one guy to kind of show forth if he's going to take over this team, kind of. Because right now, it's just Shaq Barrett, and basically, I would say Shaq Barrett's the leader there right now, right?
We got Levante David still there.
Oh, David too, yeah. So I would say those two are pretty much the guys. But
I just think after his amazing rookie year, he took like a major step back last year.
Right.
And people are like, "What's going on with him?"
Yeah, I would imagine he needs to step it up. He needs to be a lot better, because I do think he's gonna have to be the main guy unless he's out. I don't know, but it was just a interesting tweet that he put. I don't know if it's still up, but it did kind of bring some questionable thoughts into this defense of what he's doing.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, let's go into our segment that we kind of have fun with the defense and offense. We also do IDP, so definitely we choose fantasy players for both sides of the ball. So go ahead, Mark. Who you taking? Who you gambling? And who you just absolutely just not going to touch?
As far as who am I taking, kind of comes down to two people. But I think I'm going to lead towards Kalijah as my take. Just because I know he's got big shoes to fill. He's being hailed as the next Aaron Donald. I hope he just comes in and he becomes the first Kalijah, does his thing. But I think from a skill set standpoint, like, he could be a beast. Like, he could be harassing the quarterback, stopping the run game. Like, he could be that good.
Yeah.
And being at the end next to Vita Vea with people like, Shaq Barrett behind him, if he comes back healthy, that could be a nasty combination.
Yeah.
So
the only issue I have with him is his arm length. It wasn't measured as long as most, defensive linemen. They're kind of short. They're kind of like, I'm not saying stubs or anything, but they're kind of short. So it's going to be interesting for him.
Aaron Donald, though, he made it work.
Yeah. I'm taking Vita Vea. Gambling Mike Evans because QB, and who I'm not taking off all three QBs in the roster. All right, well that's fair to say.
That is fair to say.
That is fair to say.
Very fair to say. I can't disagree with anything that was just said right there.
All right, who's your gambling, Mark?
My gamble. What the heck?
Oh, you need me to go? It's a lot.
No, I just.
Oh, okay, I thought you muted yourself.
No, it was just I heard a weird noise.
It sounded like a dog.
Yeah, right. I was like, anyway. So gamble. I guess on the defensive side, my gamble could be Devin White. Because like we said, his post was kind of weird, but like the talent is there. We know what he can do. Let's just see if he can put it back together again. Because last year was, like I said, was a major step back for the man. But like, I know if he's on his game, he could be like not just top 5, but like the top linebacker in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why, it's a gamble because like, will he be like his rookie self or will he be like last year? If he's like his rookie self, you got a top linebacker. If not, yet. So he's my gamble. And then kind of like what the comment said, I don't think I'm taking any of these quarterbacks. I just don't trust them.
Okay. It's funny we say that because yesterday we were doing on the Morning Spike, we were talking about how Baker Mayfield is kind of like, he's unreliable, but sometimes he has these amazing games.
If you can pinpoint when he's going to have that amazing game, you gotta be like your backup and be like, oh, I put Baker into. But it's just like,
right.
When is he going to have that game?
Yeah, because he can potentially be that guy. And I hope that he has elevates his career at some point, but it's just Baker's gonna be that guy that just kind of like stays in the league forever.
Okay, it was a dog. Okay. That was their Dotson.
Oh,
Slinky.
right. That's what I heard.
I was like, what was that?
I feel like Mike Evans is a solid gamble. He was putting up 1,000 yards consistently as a revolving door for journeyman QBs. Yeah. And Baker, I think, can give him that, though. I think Baker can give him that this year.
Well, the only positive is that Mike Evans is 6'5", so all those balls Baker overthrows, he might still be able to get.
Jesus. Yeah.
Have you seen Baker lately? Like, every time he draws back, he's thinking his receivers are like 10 feet tall. I'm like, Baker, down.
Yeah.
Bring the ball down.
I think Baker can be the guy to give them that. I'm not saying he's going to hit like double touchdowns or anything crazy like that, but I think he could be the guy who actually gets them, 1,000. I mean, who knows what?
I think Mike Evans was calling up like Terry McLaurin, like, "Hey, how do you work with not good quarterbacks? I need to know. I need a crash course."
So Baker going to make Mike Evans suck? I don't know, because Mike Evans is just that good. Like, he can.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then Terry McLaurin's response is, "Well, Baker Mayfield's better than anything I've gotten, so you're not doing too bad."
Yeah, exactly. So, look, if Terry McLaurin can make it happen, I think Mike Evans can get at least 1,000. I think at least minimum Mike Evans can get 1,000. Essentially, that's what you want in your receivers.
Yeah, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility.
So, yeah.
8 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. I can see it.
Okay. All right. So
who do you got, Martin?
You kind of made the big solid choices. So, for taking though, that's just what do you say?
He said, "Not sure Mike Evans can suck any more than last year."
Yeah, that's very.
He did drop some pretty questionable balls,
but it's a healthy line though this year. That's
I agree.
Only thing I'm going to give him. Last year was just a banged up line that, hey, do you know how to play this?
Practice squad center.
Yeah,
get in there.
Did it in high school. All right, well, get in there. We're going to move you around a bit, see if it works. I don't know. All right. Your gamble is going to be my take. Despite of what he may or may not, I think for a dynasty purpose, Devin White's going to... He's young and he's talented.
Yeah.
Now, it was a step back, yes. But I still think that he can... I mean, he was a first rounder, so it's like he can't be like that bad. Like I'm not saying every year is going to be great. Not all these linebackers are Bobby Wagner who can consistently put up amazing numbers. And I use him as an example because he has had amazing years, year in, year out, no matter where he goes. So I would say I would take him as my for sure.
He's not just a first rounder. He was a top 5 pick.
Yeah.
He was the 5th pick in the 2019 draft.
So I'm gonna take Devin White here as my main, despite of what happens to him. Like, as for Dynasty, I don't think I'm gonna ever let him go. I don't think I'll ever he's one of those guys you kind of like you set and forget. Now, last year you probably did play with the bench a little bit after a few weeks of seeing not so much action. All right, you know what? I'll move you down to the flex, maybe the bench, and put someone else until I see your game elevate a little bit. But as young as he is, I think he'll have a bounce back. So, as for gamble, oh, man. Russell Gage. I'm going to say Russell Gage. Maybe even Godwin. But the dude keeps getting hurt.
Both of them do.
Yeah, I know. But I think Godwin's health meter isn't as high as Russell's, is it? So I think we'll see more Russell Gage involved. Damn, this is a hard one. I'm gonna gamble on that one. You know, I take that bet. I'll gamble on Kate Otten. My odds there with Kate Otten a little bit better than
that's
Russell
not
Gage.
a bad gamble.
Yeah, I'll gamble with Kate Otten. Oh man, this now I'm looking at this roster, man. There's not a lot of that. There's not a lot of depth here.
No,
so
it's not.
Jesus, I cannot wait to get to their schedule because this schedule is gonna look like crap. Holy yeah. I'll take Kate on as my gamble, and the guy I'm absolutely just not touching. Levante David. Yeah. Even though as good as he is, he's just getting to that age where, all right, dude, you've been in the league for 10 years, 11 years.
What are you, like 33?
Yeah, you're getting to a point where it's like I don't think I could have you on my roster anymore, man. So
33, and if they make the playoffs, he'll be 34.
Good Lord.
I mean, that's a big if, but
he's still out there slanging it with the young guns. So
yeah.
Hey, did you get to these comments? My bad.
No, not yet. This was where we left off. He says, Scary Terry will have more yards than Mike Evans this season. Stamp it, book it, stamp it.
That's such a Washington thing to say.
Yeah, it is. And then Brian says, I'm taking Rachaad White, gambling with Cansey, and not touching Gage. Oh, damn. Okay. He's not touching your gamble. But I guess that's why it's a gamble,
Well, I
right?
switched it, man. It wasn't really my game.
He was at first, but then you switched to Kate on. You're right.
Well, because then I thought about it. His reasoning of not touching is probably why I switched it.
Well, I can't remember the last time Gage played a whole year.
That's
even dating back to the Falcons days.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, okay. Weren't we at a Falcons game here in Arizona, and then we actually saw him go down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were. But I remember last offseason, we were like, this will be the year for Russell, or 2 off seasons ago, we were like, this is the year for Russell Gage to step up. He's going to be the number 1 receiver. And when he did play, he wasn't there. And then when he got hurt, we're like, well, this is not the year for Russell Gage. And then he went to be the number 3 receiver for the Bucs, and then he got hurt again. And I'm like, okay, well,
But I like his take here, though.
Yeah, Rachaad White. No, that's the other person I was back and forth with Kalijah Cansey with.
Really?
Him and Rachaad White. I just think Rachaad White is going to be the number 1 back. He might even be one of the few backs. And I know they have Chase Edmonds there, but he could be one of the few backs that plays all 3 downs. Because
do you expect 1,000 yards out of this guy?
With that offensive line, I could see it. And with Baker or Trask as quarterback, they're going to want to establish the run and not pass as much. That's for sure.
Well, I just want to talk about it because I know there's fantasy managers in Dynasty that probably have this guy. So,
Braden.
Well, besides him, but I'm just saying, in general.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I know, but I'm just saying.
1,000 yards and what? What do you expect? Overall, what do you think this guy can put up this season?
I say between 1,000 and 1,200 yards and 8 to 10 touchdowns.
Okay,
it's very viable fantasy back numbers right there.
Okay, I lower the numbers a little bit.
I don't see him taking over at all, but I'm just saying I know he's there.
So, all right. So funny he brings him up though, because I believe that's the reason why I don't think White will do all that good. He's gonna do good. I just don't think will he reach 1,000 rushing? I don't think so. I think he puts up 800 with 400 passing, crossing total scrimmage.
But that's why I like him too, is because he could catch the ball. So therefore, he's one of the few teams where they could just have a 1 back. I mean, I know Chase Edmonds will be there; he'll take some carries, but I don't know. I know there's a reason they got rid of Fournette because they like.
So
this guy.
Is your 1,000 to 1,200 part of the catching? Is that total like with
I think
catching?
he'll have around
So
1,200 yards from scrimmage.
Okay, so not just specific rushing 1,000.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right. See, now
But
I
I
could
wouldn't
get
be
on board with
I
it.
wouldn't be shocked if he had 1,000 rushing yards though.
I don't think so.
But I think like
I think they
1,200
use
total
Vaughn a
yards
little
from
bit more now
scrimmage.
too. White will have a lot more purpose yards. Jason probably won't stay healthy.
Oh, and that's the other thing too.
That's true, but I think he'll snuff him at least 500 yards, which will, I just we'll see. I think he might get 1,000 total scrimmage yards, but I'm not giving him like 1,000 rushing. I just can't see it. But that is interesting. You said that though, with Rachaad White. So, and he's gambling with Kansas. Well, yeah, he's a rookie. Why not? So it wasn't that your gamble. That was your take.
That was my take. Was Kansas? I think he'll be a solid defensive end / tackle.
Not bad. All right, moving on. Let's go with the schedule. And I mean, it's kind of been rolling there at the bottom, but we like visuals and whatnot, so we'll put it up here. So go ahead, Mark. Read out their schedule. See what they got.
All right. So the first week they play the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. Then they come home to play the Bears. Then they stay home to play the Philadelphia Eagles. And they travel to New Orleans to play the Saints. Then they have a super early bye week. Good for them. Week 5.
Yeah.
And then after the bye week, they're back home to play the Detroit Lions. Then they host the Falcons. Then they travel to Buffalo to play Thursday Night Football against the Bills. Then they travel to Houston to play the Texans. Then they come back home to play the Titans. Then travel to San Francisco to play the 49ers. Then they come down the road for me to play the Indianapolis Colts. Then you got the Carolina Panthers at home. Then they travel to Atlanta to play the Falcons, Green Bay to play the Packers. Then they host the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Saints, and then their last game will be at Carolina, Week 18.
Yeah. I see a bit of a struggle. I don't think it's going to be all that great. So, all right, real quick. White is also very good in the right. Yeah. He might cross double digit touchdowns. So it's like it's good that he's like the one for managers that have him there. So Caleb Williams become Tampa Bay start that contract early. I don't know. There are rumors Cardinals might take him. I don't know. Because the Cardinals can go with Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison. So I expect the Bucks to be right behind the Cardinals? Yes, absolutely. I expect the Bucks to be the third pick. It just depends on what the Cardinals are going to do and whether they go Caleb Williams, Marvin Harrison, or they go. Because either way, they're going to end up with a quarterback, and it's probably going to be either Caleb Williams or Drake May. It's going to be one of those guys here in Tampa Bay next year. It all depends on the Cardinals what they do, because I don't think. But then again, this is just a preemptive guess on what we expect these teams to do. Who knows? Maybe the LA Rams have a worse season and they end up with the first. I don't know. That's just my guess.
Yeah. It's not looking good for him, though.
Oh, no. Minnesota lost. Chicago lost. Philly lost. New Orleans lost. The early bye week sucks. Because as we were going over the depth chart, they don't have a lot of depth. Another team that's going to struggle with injuries if they can't stay healthy through this massive week 6 through week 18 long haul of a freaking 12 games. And that's just regular season.
Yeah.
Like I don't expect these guys to make playoffs, but if they got a chance, and we'll see. But Detroit lost, Atlanta lost for me, Buffalo lost, Houston might be interesting. I'll give them that one. Tennessee, I'll give them that one maybe. The Colts maybe, but I don't think they will. Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of wins here.
I got 4 tops.
And is that splitting with divisions?
Yep.
Yeah. Now, is that 3 of those wins splitting with all 3 teams?
I did have them winning their home games in division.
Okay.
And then their other game outside was the Titans.
Okay.
The only wins I had for them.
Okay. I see 3 wins. And that's
And even if they don't win in the division, I still feel like Baker's good for some random wins, so I was okay with 4.
okay. I see Houston, Tennessee, and the Colts, and that's all mid-range, and this is what the morals of the Buccaneers is going to be. They're like, oh, we're crap. Oh, hey, we got like 3 wins, and then they're going to go back down. That's the morale. Like, that's what I see. 3 wins. So even Brian is here. Houston better than Colts. I'm at 3-14. Yeah. Brian, where are you at? You in your office? You getting ready for it? What's going on? I'm just curious.
6.5. I'm taking the under.
6. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. 6.5. No way.
Yeah. And they're only favored against 2 people.
Put $100 on the Buccaneers right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're only favored against 1 person.
The Panthers.
Yeah, it's a pick 'em versus the Titans.
I don't even think they're going to lose. I don't think.
I think they might be able to beat the Panthers.
Split with them.
Their first one because it's at home, but
that's week 13, though, my guy.
I know.
That's a very long road ahead of them. I don't think so. I don't think that. No way. Finishing up workout. Oh, that's right. He goes out in the morning. Well, hey, hope you had a good workout, mate. Homie there. What time is it over there? So wakes up. So you go to the gym before work? Interesting. I, for one, couldn't do that. I did that for 5 years, man, and couldn't do it. I hated it. But we'll see. That's a different story.
So you say 3, I say 4, so that puts them at 3.5.
Yeah.
I believe that hands them the number 1 pick.
Just like Martin said, week 6 through 18. Hope nobody gets injured. I know. I just, that's a long road, and week 13, I don't see it. Yep. 6 a.m. workouts. Well, hey, that's some strong willpower. I like working out in the afternoons or at night. I can't just wake up and I'm gonna go work out. There's no way. I can't do it. Can't do it. Unless I'm forced to do it and told, which brings me back to the 5 years that I'm talking about. 5 years of 6 a.m. workouts. Freaking crazy. All right, let's go to our chart. Let's go to the magical created chart of whatever the hell.
I call it our league overview.
Yeah, there you go. We gotta. That's what we call it. The league overview chart. I don't freaking know.
Tampa Bay is in the running. Oh no, the Cardinals still have the first pick. Never mind. By a half
Barely.
A game. By a half a game.
But think about it though. If we're right, it's 3, and then 3.5, right?
Mm-hmm.
So which puts them at second round draft pick here. So it's not too far off from what we're actually projecting it will be. So 3.5.
Cardinals could have 1 and possibly 4.
What do you mean 1 and 4? Like
Well,
between 1 and 4 games?
no, the first pick and the fourth pick, just depending on where the Texans.
Oh, depending on what the Bucks do. Yeah.
Because we have them tied with the Colts and the Commanders, so just depending on how that all shaped up.
Oh, the Colts and Commanders are 4.5 though. That still gives the Cardinals and the Buccaneers the first round draft picks.
No, I know, but I'm just saying.
You're saying if like they end up at 4?
Well, no, the Cardinals have the Texans pick, so I was just saying.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. So according to our chart,
Yeah. I was just saying
they might end up having the first
and possibly fourth.
Correct. Yeah, okay.
But it depends on how it shapes up with the Commanders and the Colts.
My bad. Not processing. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
But yeah, here's our chart. Put them at 3.5 here. So, so far we're looking at.
We still have the Rams to do, and that could get kind of ugly too. So,
yes, that definitely could get ugly. I don't know how. It's interesting with the Colts, the Texans, the Titans, the Bucks, and the Cardinals, and the Rams all being there in the lower, and I'm in Washington, so I don't know. How's Arizona favored 4.5, but Tampa Bay is 6.5? They're killing me. They're killing Murray. I see. No, well,
I think a lot of that is
based
on
play
Murray
either,
not playing, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, we don't see Murray playing either.
There's been some grumblings inside the organization that they might just rest Murray this upcoming year.
They might as well. But then it's like, is that good for them to trade him off? If they go that route.
I don't think they do, because I don't think it'll be really hard to trade that contract.
Exactly.
So I think their best bet is if they do get the number 1 pick,
might as well just
trade
sit him down for the year.
Trade down.
Yeah. Murray not playing this year, at least not till late. The thing is, Murray's not going to show up until like early December, late December, something like that. Like I just.
And by then, you might as well just not play him if you're not doing good.
Yeah, why even play him at that end? Like if you're only like, what are you accomplishing there? You're only just going to hurt your first overall draft pick.
Right.
At least these other teams have decent QBs to a point. I'm not saying Tannehill, Stroud, and Richardson or freaking Baker Mayfield are going to be the key pieces there, but you know. Well, Richardson, who's the other guy? Help me out. Who's Richardson's starter in the Colts?
Oh, he wasn't even on our freaking tier list, by the way. Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, there you go.
I was pissed. I realized that after the fact. I was like, wait, Gardner Minshew wasn't on there.
Oh, that's right.
We didn't put him anywhere.
See. I think Arizona sticks with Murray to see if Cliff Kingsbury was the whole problem, or only 50% of it. Kyler has at least proven he can play high enough level of ball. That's a good point, and a very good point. And let's hope it was Cliff Kingsbury, because I personally like Kyler Murray. I do. The organization's weird though. They really are. Tampa Bay under 6.5 at $100 bets gets you $70.
Yeah, that's because they know they're not going to win 6.5 games.
That sucks. I don't even want to do it anymore. That sucks. Like I kind of want to do it just because I know it's guaranteed 70, but it's like.
Yeah, I mean, you'll get 170 back because you get your 100, but
that's true. But you'll be down 25 for the whole season, and it's like it's not a whole lot. It's like half a tank maybe. All right. Well, there it is. We're putting him at 3.5, which puts him second lowest from our chart here.
Yep. Or maybe
Which
you
with
keep
that,
the first pick, take Marvin Harrison Jr., and then you're like, that fourth pick, you're like, who wants May? Come and give me an offer.
I think that okay. According to what we're saying, I think the Cards take Marvin Harrison, right?
Yeah.
The Bucks will take
Caleb
Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think the Rams will probably end up taking Drake May.
That's true. We do got to do the Rams. They might be in that mix too.
I think we might have the Rams lower, probably in the 3 to 4 area. Because if not, it's going to be Tennessee, according to what we have. And they've been drafting a quarterback every year, so why not take another one? Well, I'm just saying, if you have lost confidence in your rookies that you bought, you already got now.
That's funny.
Drake May is and will be the highest, best one there. Right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I don't know. Because not looking too hot over there. But anyways, 3.5. 3.5 for the Bucks. As a Falcons fan, that makes me happy. You think Arizona might trade back to get more picks? It's a very good possibility. But who would they trade back with? And I want to see, because it's going to be a quarterback team. I think they'll do it with a team that needs a quarterback or an offensive tackle, and I'm looking at who that might be, and it's still too early to tell.
Well, if they can somehow, if the Texans pick somehow gets them in that top 5 range, and like the Colts are like maybe a team above them, then it's like, well, the Colts have Anthony Richardson. They're not going to go quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So that would leave a door open for a quarterback needy team to trade up with them to get like Drake May or.
Well, as I was saying, it might be LA
or Caleb Williams if they have 1 and 2, you know.
Yeah. This is interesting. I think Arizona trades the 101 to get more assets. I don't think they do.
I think it depends on where that second pick is. Like if they have 1 and 2, then absolutely trade the number 1 pick, because whoever trades into that spot is doing it to get Caleb Williams, and that leaves Marvin Harrison for you.
I don't think you deny Marvin Harrison. And again, guys, this is all next year. Like, this isn't like we don't even know what the records are. We're just assuming. That they're going to have the 101. I don't think that they pass up on the best receiver of this class.
And you sure as heck don't trade back if the Colts are above you before your second pick, because you know the Colts are going to take Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, probably can still get. I don't know. I don't know.
I think it depends on who's in front of you.
Because here's the thing: if the Bucks are in front of the Cards, right, they'll probably take Marvin Harrison because out there goes Mike. Right, Mike's no longer there. They need to replace him probably. So you get the best one. The Rams, who they got? Cooper Kupp, who's also 29, hitting his 30s now.
Can't stay healthy.
Yeah, they're gonna pick Marvin Harrison.
No,
and
I think Colts, if the Rams are up there, they're taking a quarterback.
Say what?
The Rams are up there, they're taking a quarterback.
I would expect them to too. But again,
Caleb Williams or Drake May, definitely.
Washington might be a quarterback
even at 4.5, we'll still find a way to not be able to get a quarterback. It's just what we do.
I don't know. We didn't see the Texans trading their whole market for 2 players early. No,
I did. I called it. Ooh.
You did actually.
I did.
But nobody else did. I don't know. This is all still too early. But according to what we have on our chart, we're just kind of guessing of what we've done. Myself and Mark are pretty good at like around the range, and then we'll see how well they do. Are we doing all 32 teams? Like from first pick all the way to the championship, or are we doing just the playoff bracket?
Oh, I mean, if you want to get that in depth, we could do a show.
We could
the draft order too.
I think we could. Fun. I think we could, and I wouldn't surprise me if it takes us an hour and a half.
Yeah,
and we might even do it on a Wednesday with Brian and figure that.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fun.
So, that's our Buccaneers show today. Early. Let's let it sit there and simmer all day and see what the numbers are at today, because this is the earliest show that Dynasty Pylon have ever done.
Sure is.
So, I don't know. To the Buccaneers fan out there, hope you play fantasy football. I hope you enjoy us. And also, I probably should have mentioned this earlier. Once we hit 300, we are giving out that jersey. So, get in.
Subscribe.
Like the video. On the homepage, you can get in. All you gotta do is watch that video and then listen to the instructions. So that's it. Anything else on this team?
No.
Okay. Tomorrow we have the Chargers, and we're gonna go to our regular time. We're gonna be at 1 p.m. Eastern time, 12 o'clock. At your lunch hour, Brian, and then I'll be there sitting at 11 a.m. from us West Coasters Pacific. So, and then we'll go back to the morning for the Ravens. We'll give it another whirl, because we were at like almost 6 or 7 views at one point. So
I saw. I was like shocked a little bit, honestly.
Yeah. So people are moving, people are busy. I don't know. If they watch it later, that'll be great. If not, yeah, we cover all Dynasty and IDP stuff, so it is what it is. So, anyways, that's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 3.5 wins. We'll see what else they do. Maybe they'll surprise us and do a lot better than what we think, and maybe the health issues won't concern them this year. I don't know. Can't tell. That's the future. So. Mm-hmm. So, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever the hell you guys are at. Oh, we got something else.
Emphasis on the morning.
The Chargers. We're doing the Chargers. Yeah. Chargers. We'll regular time tomorrow. I forgot I have 3 accounts on YouTube.
Oh, there you go.
Because I've been blocked. Can you get to 3? You got blocked. Oh.
No, I think he meant blocked like on other things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like not us. So it's like I can get you to 300 easily.
I don't know, man. How many entries have you looked at it? I haven't looked at it. How many?
It's been a little bit. Yeah, I haven't looked at it in a little bit.
I don't think it's very high. Last jersey was at 20. I think we barely crossed 10. I think we're sitting at 13. I think that's the last time I checked. We're at 13. So I don't know. But anyways, I don't know. Tell your family, friends. I don't know. They're into football and they like us. I don't know. It's not necessarily they have to hit the bell either, but it is what it is. All right, guys. We'll catch you tomorrow. We talk about the Chargers. Savor the flavors. Looks like he's excited for that one. So. According to what I'm just rigging off of this. So, all right, guys. See you tomorrow. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day. That's pretty much it. Anything else, Mark?
No. Later, guys.
All right. Later. Thanks for watching.
Getting hyped when I aim up. Elevating that game up. Stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave. Eating all the things up on my plate. game face when I step up in the place. I was born and when I watched me elevate.